It's lies if you've been told you can become a certified home stager in the UK. I want to set the record straight here about becoming a certified home stager in the UK because simply put, you cannot become certified. There are no recognised qualifications, certifications, accreditations, all the Asians to recognise you as the expert in your field. How do I know this? Because I created a 7-figure business in under 2 years in the home staging industry without any of that. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 3 things that you can implement in your business without spending a penny on certifications that aren't recognised. Let's dive in. So I get asked the question quite often, Liv, can I become qualified or go and get a certification to support the growth of my home staging business? And my answer is always the same, that if you go and spend money on something like that, which isn't recognised officially, then it's not going to be the difference between you being successful or not being successful. Now, I know this because I don't have one and I focused on the things that were going to grow my business rather than having a fancy badge at the bottom of my website that isn't actually recognised by any governing body or association. What you want to be focusing on in your business is not chasing those shiny objects, shall we call them, but be focusing on what is really, really important in your business. And that is 2 things that are going to help you grow. It is focusing on marketing and sales skills. That is the only thing that is going to grow your business and build it to the level that you would like to. Now, I can understand how it can often feel quite scary. The fact that someone could ask you, well, are you qualified to do this job? Tell me what certification or qualification you've got in order to stage my property. I've been in the industry for 7 years and only once in my whole career, which was near the beginning, did someone phone and ask me, what qualification do you have in order to provide this service for me? They asked if I'd been to an interior design university. Now at the time I was very confident in my response and I said, no, but I've staged now over 10 properties, so I know what I'm doing. And to be honest, that for me was a sign anyway. They weren't my ideal client. They weren't someone that was looking for raw talent. They were looking for someone with a university degree to say, look, I've got this qualification here, but what proof is there in that you've actually ever staged a property? So my mindset around this is I would rather work with someone with the raw talent who can show me what they can put together than someone who's studied a subject for a few years but may not actually have any practical experience. So don't worry if anyone's going to ask you that question. It's came up once in literally thousands of conversations for me, and I didn't want to work with that person anyway. I reframed that in my mind that they're not an ideal client of mine. So the 3 marketing and sales skills you need, all you need, no qualifications. Number 1 is being able to market you. Now, I always love doing this when I'm on stage and ask my audience this question. So if I were to give every single person in this audience, you've all got home staging businesses, we're going to brand you all completely the same way. Let's say you've all got a green and red logo. It all looks very similar. You also all are the same price. So you're quoting for this 2-bed installation, you're all the same price. And also you all have the same talent when it comes to staging, right? So everybody looks exactly the same in terms of what they provide in their business. Now, if I gave you that opportunity to quote to that client's only going to choose one company. What company are they going to choose and why? And it's really interesting to see the different responses we get, but I'll tell you the answer. Do you want to know? The answer is the person who wins the contract, who's chosen to stage the property. It won't be because of the logo, they're all the same. It won't be because of the staging itself, and it certainly won't be because of the price. The only reason they will be chosen is because of them, the founder. So one of the most useful marketing skills, life skills you could ever learn is mastering how to market you as a person, your personality, your story, your background, who you are. Because at the end of the day, in that situation, that client will have spoken to many of the different candidates and they'll have chosen the person that they like the most. I'm going to highlight that word again. They like the most. The person they connect with. 95% of our buying decisions are based on emotion and 5% are logical. So your client, your potential client, is actually buying through emotion and not logic. And that's a Harvard Business Review stat right there. So I believe them. So what we really buy from is a place of emotion, and then we back it up with the, well, how much is it? And what am I actually going to get for that price? So number one, learning how to market yourself is going to be the differentiator between having a successful home staging business and not having a successful business. Not an accreditation, learn all about you. And the great thing is nobody else is you and nobody knows as much about you as you. So you are the best person in order to market yourself. Now, number two, remember, we're not talking about accreditations. We're not talking about qualifications. We're talking about marketing and sales skills, the only thing that's going to grow your business. So our second thing that you should learn in order to grow your business is how to bring in people to your business, contacting you, asking to work with you. Now, how do we do this? This is people coming to us, right? So we want them inquiring about our services and our brand. Now, how we do this is we have to have some sort of presence online. This is where our marketing on social media, or YouTube channel, or podcast, any of those types of marketing that we put out, where we're putting, I like to think, like a fishing rod out, and we're hoping that someone's going to catch that bait and we're going to be able to sell them as a client, right? So with our inbound marketing, you must have a really strong strategy in place here where people are going to be seeing your content, you become visible, and then they contact your company for a quote because they want to work with you. So inbound marketing is how you're going to be able to bring in leads whilst you sleep. And this can be scheduled in advance as well, which I love. We always schedule our social media content 60 to 90 days in advance so that we always have an inbound marketing strategy. Now don't click away, before I jump into number three, which is one of my most exciting strategies, go and click subscribe, because I am sharing all the secrets of the home staging industry and how to build a successful business. Go hit subscribe because we have a lot more videos available for you on how to create 7-figure empires. Now, our third strategy, I often think can be the most proactive strategy because I believe we're in the driver's seat. So I had a very interesting aha moment one day where I was consistently posting on social media with my inbound marketing, point 2. I was really good at marketing myself, point 1. But I realized that when I was doing those two strategies, I wasn't really in control of who could message me. I wanted to be able to wake up and actively take action to go and find a client. Now, with our inbound marketing strategy, when you create social media content, it's not marketing or sales as such, it's presenting our brand and putting out promotional content, hoping that someone's going to get in contact with you. Is it should you not do it? Should you forget about it? Absolutely not. It's a non-negotiable. It has to be there in order to build your brand and to build interest in what you do. However, if you only build your business on that strategy, you'll find that you have no control over your lead flow. And this is where point 3 comes in very nicely, because we're now going to be looking at outbound marketing, which basically means to be going out to your ideal clients and asking them for the sale, asking them to buy from us in a very non-salesy way, of course. So with your outbound marketing, it works very nicely in conjunction with inbound, because we can be constantly promoting ourselves out there and then looking at who's engaging in that content, tracking down our ideal clients and being able to drop into their DMs, have a conversation and do business together. So if you have the first 2 points without the third, unfortunately, I don't think you have all pieces of the pie, and it's not going to run like a well-oiled machine. That's why we often find ourselves on what I call the client hamster wheel. You work really hard and hustle to get that first client. Then once you've got that first client, it's like a massive struggle to get the next. You're back on the client hamster wheel, getting a client, trying to get another one. When we have all three of these marketing strategies working in conjunction, then there becomes a flow of leads constantly, and it's why we're getting inquiries into the property stagers 24/7, literally when we sleep, because we have a strategy in place for all of these mechanisms. So if you're convinced that qualification isn't for you because it isn't recognized, and you know now that what you need to learn more of is marketing and sales skills, then I have a free training for you at becomeastagerboss.com. It's 90 minutes, guys. I walk you through the foundations of building a marketing strategy inside your home staging business in order to scale it. Go to becomeastagerboss.com and I'll see you there.